under $4 a gallon, and torrential rain is falling apart across parts of the Gulf Coast. This is
From Mason City to your hometown, we've got the information you need. Turn us on at home, work, and in the car. AM 1300 KGLO.
Your hometown news station, AM 1300 KGLO, streaming live online at kgloam.com. And right now we're going to talk about a special performance coming up on Friday, June 26th at the Clarion Public Library as the North Iowa Food and Community Care Network and Wright Community Connections are pleased to announce the performance of a play. And we've got Jan Libbey and Becky Ahrendsen joining us here on the program today. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having
us. Good morning.
Well, first of all, maybe we should just talk about, the two groups that I just mentioned, the North Iowa Food and Community Care Network, as well as Wright Community Connections. If you could explain what those organizations are all about first.
Sure. So the North Iowa Food and Community Care is an all-volunteer initiative working to contribute to food access strategies and working to a more comprehensive system of community care. We by no means are doing this alone. There are a lot of organizations that are providing those kinds of services. Our efforts have included things like food pantry lunch and learn meetings, trying to build some collaboration between the food pantries that are active in our communities. We've been attending some farmers markets to encourage and facilitate consumers as well as producers making donations of fresh produce to local food pantries. And another initiative is that we had done some fundraising for a neighbor relief fund. That would be a fund to provide some extra support for critical needs around food, rent, transportation, medical needs. I think our group, it's not a huge group, small dedicated group, many of whom have sort of known each other through other venues and are coming from Wright County, Hancock County. We have connections in Humboldt, Hamilton, Franklin, and Cerro Gordo. So we sort of have this, Wright, Hancock hub, and then have a little bit of a bigger range. And then a very strong partner is the Wright Community Connections. This is a nonprofit on Clarion's Main Street. They provide a hub of resources and relationships to help individuals and families in Wright County thrive. They provide innovative food access, food family stabilization support, multilingual outreach, other activities like legal resource connection, and a really important place to sort of maybe provide an entry point to other kinds of resource supports that are out in the community. So a lot of folks working together to really try to support the vitality of families that sometimes find it hard to make connections in some of those important core resources.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this performance that is coming to the Clarion Public Library on Friday, June 26th, if you could.
All right, yeah. Beck, do you want to kick that off?
Well, this play is called Coop, and we really enjoyed seeing it. It's object theater, and they take different objects and encourage our imaginations to grow and to encourage our imaginations to think of them as a mother and a father and a son and a chicken. It happens. The story is that it's a oral history of a young Amish farmer, Drafty, who was boarded on a train with other conscientious objectors. They were Mennonites and Quakers and Seventh-day Adventists during World War II. And this group of conscientious objectors were told that they were going to fight forest fires in Colorado, but they ended up putting them in a chicken coop in eastern Colorado and remained under guard there for the rest of the war. And it's a story that I had not heard before, and I was just surprised that was going on. Close to home.
Yeah. And Becky, you've seen this, I believe, or is something that's connected with it?
Yeah, yes. I saw this play in March, and it happened to be in Cedar Rapids, and I was so excited that they were going to be coming through and going up to Minnesota, and they said that they could give a show, and that's why the time is unusual. It's at 1:00 in the afternoon on a Friday, the 26th. But we are hopeful that we can get people that might be gone for a weekend, but they can show up on a Friday in our community, or from around our community too.
Well, we can always take advantage of those anybody that's performing, whether it's this group or anybody else. If they're going between one of the Iowa big cities and Minneapolis, would usually catch them here in north central Iowa if they've got time. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a serious subject, but it is presented in a humorous way, so that you come away feeling like just laughing.
Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say, I know at the end, the playwright herself, Mary Swander, who created the play, does kind of facilitate some discussion in the audience. Could you just touch base on that?
Oh, yeah. I felt like, wow, there's a famous person that we can talk to. And my husband was with me there at the play in Cedar Rapids or Hiawatha. And he happened to realize that she had spent some of her youthful years in his hometown of Manning. So it was so great to hear her background stories of how she came about to writing it, and and she invites it. She's very inviting of people sharing their stories.
Well, let's give the details of, once again, where this is going to be at, what time, and all the details so people can come out and enjoy this performance on Friday, June 26th.
Yes, it's at the Clarion Library, and that's on Main Street. It's a little bit north of the main business area. I think it's going into residential there, and it is at 1:00. And we would hope that you would call and let us know, so we can kind of have an idea of how many people might be showing up and make enough cookies. We have, so the number is 515-532-3673. That's in. Leave a message if it's out of business, library business hours, please. And so they're taking that information, and it's just 1 week from tomorrow.
Do ask free will.
Friday.
Yeah, I'm just going to jump in. We do ask a free will donation for that, and it also has some support from the State Historical Society Incorporated of Iowa as far as a grant. And Bob, can I just give a quick thought? You know, people may say, so why do you want to bring this play? What does it have to do with all of these other things that these two groups are really trying to advance in the community? So, you know, Coop really tells us a story about groups that were othered and dehumanized. And first, it kind of, you know, it brings the community to simply experience the story as interpreted by Rip Russell, the highly regarded actor. It is a one-actor play. But then secondly, the play provides that opportunity to engage together in conversation about what that story holds for each of us. You know, and at its core, the North Iowa Food and Community Care Network and Wright Community Connections are working with neighbors, working to strengthen connections and build systems of support. So Coop nurtures caring for others who have experienced harm, you know, and care in our local community really grows out of listening to one another. So the play really offers us a platform to practice the kinds of interconnections and listening skills that are really central to the kinds of values and initiatives these two sponsoring organizations hold. Thanks.
Anything else either of you want to share before we let you go?
Thank you very much, Bob, Mr.
Yeah,
Fisher.
no, come on out, find a friend, spread the word, find information also on Facebook under North Iowa Food and Community Care Network and Wright Community Connections. Thank you so much for helping us get the word out.
Absolutely. We appreciate you taking the time out to join us this morning. So that is Jan Libbey and Becky Ahrendsen talking about the award-winning play, Coop, coming to Clarion on Friday, June 26th at 1 o'clock at the Clarion Public Library. You're on your hometown news station, AM 1300 KGLO.